database fundamentals. See, database server instance. See, we need to install database engine, either Oracle or MS SQL Server or MySQL or Sybase, etc. Database server instance contains multiple databases. Next, database contains multiple tables. Table contains multiple records. See, this is the hierarchy. See, database server, if it is MS SQL Server or Oracle or MySQL or Sybase. Database server instance contains multiple databases. Here databases two types, system databases and user databases. We can create n number of databases for our use. We can create n number of databases. Next, database server instance contains multiple databases. Okay. Next, database contains multiple tables. Observation, in the computer environment, data can be available in two ways. In computer environment, data available in two ways. One is old one but still running. In future also it will be there. One is data in file format. Another is data in table format. Getting this point?
Yes, sir.
You take any data in computer environment, two forms. One is file format, another is
Table format.
Which one is efficient format? Which one is useful format?
Sir, if you are,
Both are
if you
useful.
think
File format also useful for documentation. Word document useful for writing general text. Notepad also useful. Okay, file format also useful, but efficient data format is tabular format. We can control the data. Maintenance is easy in tabular format, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
See, in table format, maintenance is very easy. In file format, maintenance some difficult. See, data has two important forms. One is file format, another is table format. In databases, we use table form. Okay, database contains multiple tables, one or more tables. Next, table contains multiple records. Here table means rows and columns. Combination of row and column is cell. Okay, table contains multiple records. Next, observe database server. Suppose if you install MS SQL Server or Oracle or MySQL, in that database server instance, you can create multiple databases. Next, in a database, you can create multiple tables. Tables have records. Okay, database server, database, table. Okay, na? 3 entities. Any confusion, Ahalya? Ask me.
No, sir, it's clear.
Database server instance, database, next table, next record. Okay. What is a database? What is a database? Continue, Vijaya. Vijaya is there. What is
Yes,
database?
sir.
Okay,
To
tell
store
me
the
in your
data,
own words. Your own words.
to store and maintain the data.
Okay. See, a database is a systematic collection of data. Database supports storage and manipulation of data. Next, databases make data management easy. See, 3 important points. A database is a systematic collection of data. Next, databases support storage. Databases support storage and manipulation. Manipulation of data. Next point, databases make data management easy. Data management easy. If it is file format, maintenance some difficult. Retrieving data some difficult. Okay. Locating data also difficult. Okay, now Ravindra, database.
Yes, sir.
Next, table and record. Table and record. What is table? A table in relational database. See, we are going to discuss relational database model. Nowadays, Oracle, MS SQL Server, Microsoft SQL Server, MySQL, DB2, Sybase, all popular database management systems support relational model. We are also going to discuss relational model. Now 90% usage is relational model only. Some old models are there, a network model, hierarchy model, those are outdated. Okay. A table in a relational database is a predefined format of rows and columns that define an entity. Next, each column contains a different data type, a different type of attribute, and each row corresponds to a single record. Next, each table is provided with a name. Okay, observe. A table, in a relational, a table in a relational database is a predefined format of rows, just a minute, of rows and columns that define an entity. Entity that define an entity. Next, each column contains a different type type different type of attribute and each row corresponds to a single record. Okay. Next, each table is provided with a name. Each table is provided with a name. Okay, now these 3 points are shown.
Yes, sir.
See example, suppose table name in a database, students, table name in a database, students. Suppose columns, student identification, student ID, next student name, next student address, next etc. Contact number, etc. Suppose 1001 name some ABCD, next address, suppose contact like this. Suppose 1002 one more zero, no? 2 some XYZ, 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. Okay. Observe this Sushma, observe SID, name, address, contact number. What are these?
These are, columns.
Next, suppose SID, okay, SID, okay, 1001, 1002.
That's row.
This is row na.
Rows, yeah.
Next, suppose selected one, this one, 1002 XYZ something and 8786 something. This one,
This is the, whole row.
row or record. Row, okay, general term row, but in our database scenario, record na.
Yes.
Okay, here terms, observe the terms. Columns, next rows, next records. Okay.
Okay.
See, database, table, record. Next, one high level concept. What is DBMS? Balakrishna, DBMS. DBMS stands for
Database Management System.
Database Management System. Okay, what is Database Management System?
How managing the data? I'm not sure.
Okay. A database management system, or DBMS is software designed to designed to assist in maintaining and utilizing large collection of data. Is a software designed to assist in maintaining and utilizing large collection of data. Large collection of data. Database management system is software. Can you give one or two examples for database management systems, Sean? Popular database management systems nowadays.
I am not sure, sir.
Ravindra, very easy.
Sir, it
Database.
is SQL and Oracle.
Yes. Database
Yes,
management
yes.
system is software for maintaining and utilizing large collection of data. Example, Microsoft SQL Server, Oracle, MySQL, Sybase, DB2, etc. Next, MS Access, that is desktop database management system. It supports desktop environment, standalone environment, that is packed in Microsoft Office. That is also DBMS. Getting this point, Ahalya, Microsoft Access also
Yes, sir.
database management system that is bundled in MS Office, supports desktop, means standalone environment, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Next, the alternative to using DBMS is to store the data. See, observe, Ravindra, concentrate, important. SQL is very useful for all software professionals, not only testers, developers, DBS. For every software professional, SQL knowledge is very important. See, the alternative of the alternative to use a DBMS is to store the data the alternative to use a DBMS is to store the data. What is the alternate? Suppose I don't want to use database, I want to maintain data, then how, Ravindra?
Alternate to use DBMS to store
Files.
data in. Yeah, it's Excel. That's what files.
Files. Suppose if you want to store only text data, you can use Word document. Suppose if you want to store tabular data, rows and columns,
Excel
you can
sheet.
use Excel, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Store the data in files and write application specific code to manage it. See, file format also useful, but some limitations are there. If we use a database, then you can maintain the data efficiently. But file format also useful for some scenarios. Okay. What are the advantages of DBMS? Using a DBMS, database management system, manage data, to manage data has many advantages, What are the many advantages? First one, data independence. In future classes, I will explain these concepts. Next, efficient data access. Next, data integrity. You just remember these concepts. In future classes, I will explain. Data integrity and security. Next, data administration. Nowadays, some job roles also available in the IT industry. Na Ravindra, DBA.
Yes, sir. DBA.
Database administrators. Next, concurrent access and data recovery. Etc. See, these are the important advantages when we use database management for maintaining the data. Okay, now can you tell me, Sushma, what are the advantages of DBMS, database management system?
Number one is data independence,
Ah,
efficient data access, data integrity and security,
good.
data administration,
Ah,
and concurrent and access data recovery.
concurrent access and data recovery. Okay, one small topic, just a brief introduction. Types of database management systems. Now, latest one is and popular one is relational database model. Types. See, basically we have three types. One is hierarchical. Hierarchical database management system. Just a brief introduction. Hierarchical database management system. This type of DBMS employs the parent-child relationship of storing data. This type of DBMS is rarely used nowadays. See, this hierarchical database management system employs the parent-child relationship of storing data. This type is rarely used nowadays. Next generation network DBMS. Network database management system. This type of DBMS supports many to many relations. This usually results in complex data structures. RDM server is example for this database management system. But nowadays, latest one, what is the popular one? Sumitra? Relational database management. Relational database management system. Short form RD,
BMS.
RDBMS, Relational Database Management System. Can you give examples for Relational Database Management System?
Yes, sir. It's Oracle.
Yes, Oracle, AMS,
SQL.
SQL Server or Microsoft SQL Server. Next, MySQL.
MySQL.
Next, IBM, DB2, etc. See, Oracle Commercial RDBMS. Next, MS SQL Server also commercial. MySQL open source. But basically, for example, MS SQL Server, MySQL. Basically, Microsoft SQL Server is commercial database. Commercial license is required, but free edition also there. Microsoft Express Edition, Microsoft SQL Server Express Edition is free edition from Microsoft. Anybody can download and use with free of cost. It is useful for small scale applications, small scale websites, etc. You can use in commercial way also. Say basically Microsoft SQL Server is commercial software, but free edition also available. For example, Microsoft SQL Server Express Edition is free edition. It is suitable for small scale software applications, small scale websites. Next, MySQL. MySQL is open source, but in MySQL also commercial editions available. If you want more features and technical support, they are selling some commercial versions also, commercial editions also, but basically it is open source. Getting these 2 points, Sean? Any confusion?
Yes, sir. I'm getting these points, and I have a question. Like, I mean, for any of these databases, for any of these RDBMS, we can use SQL, right?
SQL as standard language, but
Okay.
some commands may vary from one DBMS to another. Some data types may vary. Some language elements may vary from one DBMS to another, but core commands are common. Okay. See, irrespective of the good question, irrespective of the database management system, you can use SQL as standard language. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Say, suppose your application under test using Oracle database. Yes, you can use SQL for database testing. Suppose your application under test database is backend database is MS SQL Server. You can use SQL for database testing. Suppose MS SQL, you can use SQL for database testing. See, irrespective of the database management system, either Oracle or MS SQL Server, MySQL or DB2, we can use SQL as database language, standard language. But some commands, some features may vary from one DBMS to another, but core concepts common, core commands common. Okay na?
Yes, sir.
Ravindra, following?
Yes, sir.
SQL is standard language, standard database language for accessing any database management system. But some variations are there that we will discuss later. Okay. But common language, SQL is common language for any RDBMS. Next, one small topic. Second one, come to this one. SQL language elements. Already in the first class, I provided overview of SQL. See, once again, important one. SQL language elements. See, in Java also we discussed Java language elements. data types, variables, operators, methods, etc. Here also language elements. SQL stands for structured query language. But in this SQL, no control flow statements like conditional statements, looping statements, but alternates are there. Suppose instead of condition, you can use where clause. Okay, some alternates are there, but no control flow statements in SQL. No control flow. What are the important language elements? One is important language elements. See, I'm using important SQL language elements. One is identifiers. Identifiers. What are identifiers? Names of database objects such as tables, views, columns, and database also. Database name also identifier. Table name identifier. View name identifier. Column name identifier. See, you can use your own names. What are identifiers? Names of database objects. Names of database objects such as tables. Next, views. What is view? That we will discuss later. Views, columns, etc. Indexes, etc. Tables, views, columns, etc. Okay, now this point, Vijaya, identifiers.
Yes, sir.
We identify tables with the name na. Suppose
Yes,
students
sir.
table, marks table. Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Next, second one, data types. Data types. See, in SQL also data types available. What is the purpose of data types? Define the type of data that is contained by a column. Suppose column, student number. Suppose usually numbers you can use integer. Student number, integer. Student name, varchar. Okay, data types I will explain in data types chapter. See, columns use data types. Define the type. Define the type of data that is contained. Define the type of data that is contained by a column. Column. Data types. Where we use data types in SQL, Ravindra? Important area. Ahalya?
So column, sir.
Or columns. Columns, we need to specify the data type now.
Yes.
Next.
So what about rows, sir? Rows will be constant, right? So that's why only columns will be different. That's why we have to initialize data type to columns.
Rows may have multiple na. Observe in this one. Rows, no data type for rows. Observe here, column.
Oh, okay.
Name. Suppose row means in this row first value First value integer, second value character type, next again last value integer. Row is
Oh
different.
yeah. Okay.
Don't confuse.
Okay.
Column,
Okay.
constants, constants. Symbols that represent specific data types. We use some symbols in SQL, symbols that represent specific data types. Specific data types. Next, operators. Operators. See, what is the purpose of operators, Balakrishna? Purpose of operators?
Not sure, sir.
Not sure. Sean?
To perform operations.
Perform arithmetic.
Logical operations.
Arithmetic. Next, important one, comparison and logical operations. Java also same. Okay, Ravindra. Next, functions. Observe Vijaya, functions. See, in Java
Yes,
we use methods. That is object oriented programming. In C language we use functions for code reusability. Functions basically in C language, function not only in C language. In computer programming, functions basically two types. One is
Yes, sir.
built-in functions, another is user-defined functions. But in
Functions. Yes, sir.
SQL, no user-defined
Yes, sir.
functions, only built-in functions.
Okay.
It is not
Views and
pure programming language. Here, no flow control, no
okay,
control
sir.
flow statements in SQL. Here, some
Okay,
built-in functions available. You can use built-in functions.
Okay.
Built-in functions to perform specific operations. To perform, all of you put mute, specific operations. Specific operations. Okay, now Ravindra, are you back?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Next, functions. Okay, now Ravindra.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Okay.
Next, clauses. Clauses. See, clauses are constituent components of statements and queries. Suppose where clause. See, in practical chapters, you can get more clarity. See, constituent components of statements and queries. Class. One example, where class. Next, expressions. Produce either scalar values or tables containing of columns and rows of data. Produce scalar values See, in future classes I will show. Or tables containing of columns and rows of data. See, produce scalar values are tables containing of columns and rows of data. Next important one, our test automation point of view, very important. Developers point of view also important. Queries. See, in database testing, most of the time we retrieve data and compare. We retrieve specific data. What is the purpose of queries? Sushma. Queries. SQL queries.
So we retrieve data from
Retrieve
table
the
and
data
column
based on specific criteria.
criteria.
This is an important element of SQL. See, retrieve the data, based on retrieve the data based on specific criteria. Retrieve the data based on specific criteria. Okay. This is an important element of SQL. This is an important element of structured query language. Next, etc. Suppose statements, for example, SQL statements. Observe, Sean, for example, create is command in SQL. It is data definition language command. Getting this one?
Yes, sir.
Create is command in SQL, particularly in data definition language. Using this create command, we can create database objects. Suppose create is a command. Suppose create database. This database is keyword. Suppose GC Reddy DB. This is database name. Create is command, database is keyword, GC Reddy DB is database name that we can use our own name. What is this one?
So this is creating a database.
Creating a database is functionality.
Yeah.
It is.
Okay. It's okay. What do you mean? It creates tables. Statement.
Getting?
Yes, sir.
Find the difference between command and statement.
Okay. Yeah.
Some lady trying to ask me, Ahalya.
Sir, so here you have created database GC Reddy
Yes.
DB, right? So DB, so create database, that's the syntax. So GC Reddy is a user-defined name.
Yes, user
that you have
defined
given,
name.
and
You can use your own names. But database
so even DB,
fixed.
so GC Reddy DB. Okay, so GC Reddy DB is a user. So DB is part of syntax, or it's you have just given.
No. GC Reddy ABC.
Okay, sir. Okay.
No, it's not part of syntax. It is pure. This third word is purely user defined. But first one is fixed. Second one fixed. First one is create command. Second one is database keyword. Third one is name. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Observe
Like
now.
I got confused. Okay.
Okay, na?
Sir, I have a question, sir. Sir, SQL is used to access the data from the databases, right? It is also used to create databases.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes, we can create, create databases, store data, retrieve data, manipulate data. You can do everything that related to data using SQL.
So then there is no difference between Oracle and
No.
SQL.
That is management system. That provides a database engine.
Okay.
And some more also. Suppose in Oracle PLSQL is there, a procedure language that is extended extension of SQL. There you can write procedures also, conditional flow control statements also. In PLSQL, you can use loop statements and conditional statements also. That is extension developed by Oracle Corporation. But SQL developed by IBM, and it is ANSI standard, American National Standards Institution. Any database management system can use this SQL. This is base.
So that
Just a minute.
PLSQL later on they added.
Just a minute. Sean, complete your query.
Yes, sir. So, like, I mean, in SQL, we cannot only access, we cannot only.
The difference is there in between SQL and Oracle, SQL and SQL Server, SQL and MS Access or MySQL. What is the difference? SQL is just a language, but database management system is software. It provides so many tools for storing and maintaining the data. SQL won't store any data. SQL won't provide any other tools for data. Tell me, Sean.
Yes, sir. So SQL also like stores data. It creates data.
It won't store. It is used for creating database objects, next manipulating database objects, next retrieving data, etc. But for storage, you need to depend on database management system only.
Okay, sir. But right now, I mean, the command which you should create, we are creating a database, right? And in
a
this
database management system. Just a minute. Suppose if you use this one, then what is the functionality? Suppose we are using Oracle. If you use this SQL statement in Oracle, then what will happen? It creates a database called GC Reddy ABC in Oracle DBMS.
Okay.
Suppose if you are using Microsoft SQL Server DBMS, if you use this one, then what will happen?
It will create a database in
called GCRDB in MS SQL Server.
Okay, but sir, RDMS does not have their own statement or command to create that database instead of using SQL to create a database.
Okay, that we will discuss later. See, nowadays every database management system having their own tools. Suppose SQL MS SQL Server having TSQL, Transact SQL. Next, Oracle having that PLSQL, procedure language, but base is SQL, and SQL is part of every database management system.
Okay, I'm clear, sir.
Okay. Next, Ahalya, any query? Ravindra, I think Ravindra followed.
No, sir. I was just saying that PLSQL is an extended of SQL because they
SQL that
added like
developed by
program
that vendor
language late.
Oracle.
Okay. So
PLSQL
the
works
reason
only
they.
on Oracle DBMS, Oracle RDBMS. TSQL works only
Okay, sir.
on Microsoft SQL Server. But SQL is standard language. It works on every database management system.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Next, say before moving to this practice, just next in the next weekend I will show. Suppose I want to use, or in our scenario, practice SQL. Say how to practice SQL. Install database engine. Structured query language is used to communicate with databases. It is the standard language for relational database management system. See, SQL is used to communicate. It won't store. It is language. SQL is used to communicate with databases. Databases. It is the standard language. It is the standard language for relational database management systems. Okay. Next, database engine is required to use SQL commands. Database engine. We can install any database engine. RDBMS software means database engine only. In the next class I will show. Otherwise I will forward my previous video. Database engine. Remember this term. Database engine. Observe Ravindra, in UFT supports SQL statements directly in UFT tool editor na.
Yes, sir.
UFT tool editor supports SQL commands. How it supports? Say this MS Access database engine integrated with UFT tool. Getting this point?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Say UFT supports database testing. In UFT tool editor, you can type SQL commands and execute. How it is supporting SQL? UFT tool, that MS Access database engine integrated in UFT or formerly QTP tool. Getting this point, Ahalya?
So can you repeat again, sir?
MS Access. MS Access also DBMS na?
Yes, sir.
MS Access database engine integrated with UFT. While installation of UFT tool, it installs that Microsoft Access database engine also. But you no need to
I
install
think the.
separately. That is packed with
Yeah.
UFT
Yes, sir.
software. Getting Ravindra?
Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes. Yes.
Packed with UFT software, it installs automatically, internally. You no need to install separately. See, MS Access database engine integrated in UFT tool, so that you can use SQL commands in UFT tool. Okay. Database engine is, just last 5 minutes, database engine is required to use or in our scenario practice SQL commands queries. Okay. Next, observe the point. We can use any database engine. Any database engine, for example, either Oracle or MySQL, or in Oracle also free edition available. MS SQL Server also Express Edition, SQL Server Express Edition, free edition. MS SQL Server, etc. Observe Balkrishna, we can use any database engine for practicing SQL commands. Okay, na?
Yes, sir. Can you name the free edition of the Oracle, sir?
In Oracle also free edition available, SQL Server free edition available. MySQL basically free, but some commercial editions also available, but basically free. So, see, in our program, I'm going to using SQL Server. You also try to use SQL Server in your computers. It is easy to download and install. Microsoft SQL Server. See, basically it is commercial software. Microsoft DBMS is commercial software. See, observe last 2 points. MS SQL Server is a commercial software, but Microsoft providing free edition also. Free edition also. What is that free edition? Sumitra?
Express, sir.
Microsoft Express Edition. Microsoft SQL Server Express Edition. Say, suppose if your operating system is Windows 10, you can download Microsoft SQL Server Express Edition 2016 latest version. Suppose if you are using Windows 7, you can download Microsoft SQL Server Express Edition 2014. That version also available in Microsoft site. Okay, Express Edition, Microsoft SQL Server Express Edition. It is free edition. First, download from Microsoft site and install. After installation, you launch SQL Server Management Studio, launch SQL Query Editor. Just a minute. Download steps. Download and install MS SQL Server Express Edition. Express Edition. This is first step. Download and install MS SQL Server Express Edition. Next, if it is Windows 7, What is the supporting software?
14 edition.
MS SQL Server, Express Edition. 2014. Sorry, 2014. 2014. Next, if it is Windows 10, you can use 2014 or latest version 2016 Express Edition. Okay, now Ravindra, are you following?
Yes, sir.
If it is Windows 7,
2014.
2014 Express Edition, standalone. You can install in standalone computer. Next, if it is Windows 7, 2014 Express Edition. If it is Windows 10, you can use
2014 and 2016.
2014 Express Edition or 2016 Express Edition. Okay. Next, after installation, I will send that notes also. After installation, what you have to do? You launch SQL Server Management Studio. SQL Server Management Studio. After that, launch SQL Query Editor. Next, write SQL statements. And execute. Okay, now Shan, are you following?
Yes, sir.
Okay, in the next class I will start this one, data definition language. Just I will show how launch. See, in my computer I already downloaded Microsoft SQL Server Express Edition 2014. My operating environment is Windows 7. That's why I have downloaded Express Edition 2014 and installed. See, 2014 Express Edition, 2016 Express Edition, almost all same. Some features vary, but SQL point of view, everything same. Next, see, start menu, all programs. Observe Ravindra, here Microsoft SQL Server 2014 option is there now, menu item.
Yes,
Ahalya.
Yes,
Hello?
sir. Yes,
See,
sir.
Microsoft SQL Server 2014 is there now. You click this one. Here you can find, observe, SQL Server 2014 Management Studio. Can you find?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Click this one. Now Microsoft SQL Server Studio launched. Okay, just authenticate, connect. See, observe, server type. Sean, what is the server type?
Database engine.
Database
Engine.
engine. Connect. Okay, here new query item is there now.
Yes, sir.
Click this new query. Editor launched now. Editor.
Yes, sir.
Suppose increasing the font 200. Just I will execute one small query. Create SQL is not case sensitive. Create database GC Reddy ABC. You can use semicolon or plain. Just select this one. Just a minute. Before this, I will write comment. Use two hyphens. Create comment. Create a database. Select the statement. Select this one. Before this one, observe Ahalya left side. Databases available now.
Yes, sir.
In this already I created. Just a minute. Okay, GC Reddy database now. Observe this one. Here databases available now.
Yes,
Just
sir.
These are system databases. Okay.
Okay.
Execute this queries. Execute the statement. It is not query, statement. Select the statement. Here execute command is there now. Shortcut
Yes,
key
sir.
F5.
Yes.
What happened? Observe the editor down. Second half.
Completed commands. Yeah. It says command completed successfully.
Yes, command completed successfully. We can execute multiple commands at a time also. You can select. Here I executed single. Okay. Now observe databases. Just refresh. Now GC Reddy ABC available now.
Yes, sir.
See this is table structure available. Okay. Now we are in which database? Observe this one. Here we are in master database now.
Yes, sir.
Now I want to use. I want to move to my database. For that, use. Observe Sean. Can you view this one? Master.
Yes, sir.
Use GC Reddy ABC. Okay. Select this command. Execute. Now observe what happened.
Sir, in the upper square, GC Reddy ABC.
GC Reddy. Now we are in GC Reddy ABC. We can work with GC Reddy ABC. We can create tables in GC Reddy ABC, and we can enter data into the tables, etc. Getting?
Yes, sir.
Next, just a minute.
So, sir, each time we have to select and execute. It's not like Java where we
Not like that. Select and execute. Suppose otherwise all commands will be executed one by one.
Okay.
Drop GC Reddy ABC. We are in GC Reddy ABC na. It won't accept. You come out from GC Reddy ABC. Suppose I shifted to master. Select the statement. Execute. Now I am in master. Now drop GC Reddy ABC. Execute. What's the problem? Unknown object type GC Reddy ABC. Sorry. Not full statement. Drop database. Observe. Drop database. Select the statement. Execute. Now GC Reddy ABC available or not? Available now?
Yes, sir.
but we are in
Yes, sir.
master, but GC Reddy ABC available in this database management system, in this server instance. Drop, execute, observe Ahalya, completed
Yes, sir.
successfully now.
Yes, sir.
Now observe here, no GC Reddy ABC na.
Okay. So drop means deleting.
Delete. Drop means delete database with structure and data entire.
Okay.
Okay, anyhow, that we will discuss later. Observe, create database, one statement, use database, next drop database. Okay, in the next class I will show complete database data definition language. Here I just used one or two commands for sample. Okay, exit. Okay, I don't want to save, close. Okay, now I'm going to close the session. Any queries? Today, first half we discussed Java for Selenium, second half SQL class 2, that is database fundamentals. Okay, data definition language we didn't discuss. Database fundamentals and SQL language elements. Okay, the next class complete practical data definition language. And one more thing, in regular classes only I will complete this SQL. Most probably I am planning Saturday class